Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Welcome back to my channel. I am Ashani Sanders, and if you are new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos, which I normally do. So come on in and join the Lux family. Now today's video is completely different from what I normally will make in terms of like ways that we can live a luxury life, because your girl is still unemployed. I just want to make sure you guys know that. I have been looking for work. For those of you who don't know, I've been unemployed since August of 2023 when I got laid off from my 6-figure high level senior management job. And ever since then, it has been difficult for me to find work. And I know that's been really difficult for a lot of people, because I'm just like some people where I'll get the interviews, I'll get the calls, but yet you don't get the job. And now that I've turned 50, I also now have to think about my age in comparison to my counterparts, because I used to be in the tech industry, a senior leader in tech. And so it's different now, right? And with the country where it's at, I really don't know what's going to happen. But today I wanted to start a new series on my channel, and these are my unemployment diaries, where I kind of get to have just candid conversations and kind of take you guys through what I've been doing to try to find work, what I've been doing to create my side hustle, which is starting this YouTube channel and starting to create content on social media to really find ways to bring in extra income, because we know there's opportunities out there. But today I'm excited to announce that I have a phone screening. And I know you guys might be like, girl, that's all. Yes, that's it. It is a phone call with, I think it's a recruiter. Someone hit me up on LinkedIn. And sometimes even with LinkedIn, you have to be careful about the people who hit you up, because sometimes those people don't really have jobs for you. Sometimes they'll be fake and all this other kind of stuff. So you have to be very skeptical when people hit you up on LinkedIn if they're not really from a reputable company. And so I'm going to go ahead and give this recruiter an opportunity for us to talk, to kind of see if they're really reputable. I can't even get the word out, right? And so we're going to go through it. I'm going to let you guys listen in on the call as we talk. It's been about 6 months since I've actually got a response from somebody, actually got a call back, actually got an opportunity for a phone call, you know, from the ones that I knew were actually legit. And so I'm curious to see what this position is, what company this position is with, and we're going to go from there. So let's come along for the journey. All right, so I am at my desk. I'm going to do the call here at my desk. And before the call is at 10 a.m. And before the call, I'm just going to go ahead and do just a few things to try to get some stuff done. So they hit me up through LinkedIn, and it looked like they just sent me some more information about the role. The role is actually a product manager role with Capital One. And let me tell you guys this. I used to work with Capital One before I got into product management. It's how I started in product management. I worked for them as a contractor. And it's a really great company. I can't even lie. It's a really great company. I'm just reading another message. It's a really great company. I can't even lie. But I also know how hard it is to get into Capital One. Like, I've applied for this company numerous times, and it's just really hard to get in. It really is. And I've had recruiters hit me up in the past about Capital One, done the pre-screening with them, but just didn't get a chance to move on to the next phase. And so we're going to see if this is the same. I'm going to see what this recruiter has to say about this position, which is, I believe, is perfect for me. But we're going to see, because just a little background information. I used to work in the alcohol industry, specifically with beer. And so it's been a while since I've been in banking, but at the same time, product management is one of those roles where the tools and the systems are all somewhat working the same. It's really almost like a project management role where you're just managing a process from a technical standpoint, but you're not the technical person though, right? So I'm excited to see what he has to say about this role. But before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and get into some other things, because I have other content that I need to create today. some more YouTube videos that I need to create. And one of my favorite tools that I like to use is Notion when it comes to just my schedule, my calendar, and just figuring out just kind of like what type of content am I actually doing today. So I'm excited about that. I have a lot of YouTube videos that I want to do, but also I just kind of wanted to give you guys a sneak peek into just how it is when you're unemployed and you're looking for work and you're trying your best to find something and you can't always, it doesn't always pan out. And I think one of the misconceptions I think is about people who are unemployed and looking for work is that people think we don't want to work. People think we're not looking for work. And a lot of times I have to let them know is that, listen, it's not like how it was back in the day. You can't just go show up at people companies like, hey, can I get an application? That's not how it is. You have to apply online. You have to do a lot of reaching out with contacts, really reaching out to people on LinkedIn to really kind of get that real opportunity to connect. Like, connections are not in person anymore. You can go to in-person networking events and try to do the best you can. But honestly, when it comes to job hunting, it is absolutely online. That's just where it's at, especially for my field. It is absolutely online. I could not go to a company like Capital One and just go to their door and be like, hey, are you guys hiring? Can I get a job application? That's really not how it works. They'll basically tell you to go online. And so that's the thing about people when it comes to those of us who are not working, where people might be thinking, well, do you really want a job? And you're like, of course I want a job. Just because I haven't found one yet doesn't mean I don't want one. It's just, shit, it's hard out here. I don't know when I'm going to find a job. I'm doing my best with what I can. But at the same time, I'm like, it's up in the air. So until then, I'm getting head into my content creation. I'm moving head in with my podcast to try to really monetize everything and really start making money from these other different avenues. And thank God we even have them to make money. But we're going to see what this call is like and see if we're even going to move to the next steps. But this is a good sign. It's just January of 2025. I already got my first call for a pre-screening and we'll move on from there. Let's see. All right, guys. So here it is now, 10:11. It's 10:12. I'm going to turn my camera on so you guys can see. You see? 10:12. And I was supposed to have a call with this recruiter at 10 a.m. and they never called. They never called me. And this is what I mean by sometimes you have to be very skeptical about the people that you actually, give your time to when it comes to LinkedIn. You have to screen these people because sometimes they be fake. They don't be real, right? Because this is unprofessional for you to set a call with me for 10 a.m. and don't call and don't show up. Like I said, I'm leaning hard into my content creation, but all I'm telling y'all is if y'all see people who are unemployed, don't judge. Don't think that they're not looking. They're looking. I can't tell y'all how many interviews I've had, how many calls I've had like this, calls that I actually talked to people just didn't move to the next steps, people that didn't really seem sketchy and I was like, nah, this job isn't for me, and just interviews I did just didn't get the job. And it's just been a struggle, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm keeping my spirits high. It's 2025. I'm leaning hard into this content creation and I know something's going to pop off for me. But I just want to give y'all a glimpse into this is what we go through as unemployed people. Like when you're unemployed and you're looking for work, especially in different fields like technology, jobs are not easy to come by. Bitch, they got rid of DEI. It's a lot. I can't believe it. They're calling me now. Let's put them on speaker in terms of like why they're late. Hello?
Hi, am I speaking to Chantal?
This is her.
Hi, Chantal. My name is Satya. I'm a recruiter calling from Arctic Info Systems. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well. Thank you so much for asking. So we were in touch regarding a job opportunity with one of my direct client, Capital One. So is it a good time to talk?
Yeah, it's a good time to talk.
Okay. So I have a product manager role with Capital One, and this is going to be on a hybrid schedule in either Richmond or McLean, Virginia. And it's initially a 4-month contract with the possibility of extension or conversion. And this is for the horizontal card line of business, so you would be working with developers. I did used to work with Capital One. It was actually a few years ago. I started off with product management. I think I definitely have what skill set they're looking for in order to do the job. My previous role, I was more into third party management.
which was still part of product development, but just really developing a third-party management platform for the last company I worked for. And I did a majority of product management with that job background, with understanding technical jargon, leading teams, conducting stand-ups, understanding how to write stories, and conveying, data into common sense for a lot of our leaders, interpreting data, reporting, looking at key metrics in terms of like what we're looking for in terms of for us to determine what success is for us. So I think I have what it takes. I think it's a really great company. Would love to be back with them if I can. So I'm definitely interested in the role.
Okay, and in your recent project with Total Wines, so were you a product manager other than because your title says you were a marketplace solution manager?
Marketplace solution manager. That was the last company I worked for. So I was not product manager for them. It was more, I came in, I worked in the alcohol industry. I came in, they were one of the leading companies to deliver beer and alcohol. And they wanted to create a platform where they were able to partner with third-party marketplace solution, like Instacart, like your Uber Eats and stuff like that. And so it's more of a project. I felt like it was more project management where it had technical aspects of it because it's actually building out a new platform. And so, of course, I did have to work with tech teams. I didn't lead those tech teams, but had to work closely with those internal teams in order to develop this actual platform that they wanted. Probably where I had the most experience with product management in that position, because I did do a lot of that work in that position.
Okay.
I can let you know what kind of rates I'm looking for. I can calculate that for you and email that over to you. Can you tell me what kind of rates they're offering? Because I do have a rate of salary in mind that I don't want to go below, but I just want to see what they're offering because I know it's a good company. And if you have an opportunity to actually get in, then I will work on the rate. I can compromise on the rate. Really, that's really low. That's way below where I was. Okay. I guess I'll have to think about that, but I still say, I can be submitted for the position and see what they say. Like I said, it's a great company. I know I can have an opportunity to kind of work my way up from where I need to be, but if given an opportunity to get in the door. So I still would say submit me.
I can still.
Okay, we can work with that. I can work with that.
Okay, and how soon can you start?
I can start ASAP.
And so Chantal, I would have to do a rehire check before submitting. And were you a contractor or a full-time employee?
I was a contract position.
Okay, and did you finish your contract or did you lose it in between? Because you just worked there for 4 months, right?
Yeah, I left the position because I got a full-time job offer.
Okay. This is the best number to talk to you?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. And if my account manager would like to speak with you sometime today, so can you tell me your availability for today that you can speak to her regarding this role?
Anytime after 2.
So I think we are good for now, and I'll keep you posted and I'll share you the RTR shortly. Do you have any other questions for me?
Nope, I don't have any more questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Chantal. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So that was the call. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, this is just I was really surprised they even called. For a minute, I wasn't even going to accept the call, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Take the call because what do I got to lose, right? They're going to submit me. Because I used to work with this company, they have to submit me and see if I'm eligible for rehire. So we're going to see, but we're going to see what happens. Listen, this is the life of a person who's unemployed. You get calls like this, you take them. When it comes to the salary negotiation part, a lot of times I think people feel like, well, you're not making no money, so take whatever you get, which is fine. But also I have to have a certain standard of salary that I'm looking for in order for me to be able to have a sustainable life, right? In order to help my husband pay for these bills in his house. So let's see what happens. They're supposed to call me back today, kind of let me know if I'm even eligible for rehire, which I will be, because I've been through this process before with this company. And we're going to go from there and see what happens. So look forward to the next episode.
High volume. Am I really that